On September 7, 1996, American rapper Tupac Shakur was shot 4 times in a shooting incident in Las Vegas, Nevada. The shooting occurred at 11:15 p.m. when Tupac's car stopped at a red light at the intersection of Flamingo Road and Koval Lane. He was hit by 4 bullets, with 2 striking his chest, 1 his arm, and another his thigh. Tupac passed away 6 days later at the University Medical Center in Nevada due to respiratory failure following the removal of his right lung. The true perpetrator behind this crime was never found. But it was suspected that Orlando Anderson, a member of a gang called the Southside Crips, was responsible for the attack. Before the tragic moment involving Tupac Shakur, let's delve into the possible motive behind this incident. Before we continue, if you're intrigued by untold stories and unique insights like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Brain Outside the Box. We bring new perspectives to the stories you thought you knew. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Back to the story. Tupac was in Las Vegas on September 7th, just before his unfortunate demise. He had attended the light heavyweight championship fight between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon, accompanied by his manager, Suge Knight. After the fight, as they were leaving, one of Suge's associates spotted Orlando Anderson in the lobby. Orlando was a member of the Southside Crips, a gang affiliated with Suge Knight and, consequently, Tupac, who had stronger ties to the Bloods gang of Los Angeles at the time. Earlier that year, Anderson and other Crips members had been involved in a brawl with Tupac, who was part of the Death Row Records faction. When Tupac noticed that Anderson was present, he confronted him, which was recorded by the hotel's security cameras. After the fight, Tupac and Suge Knight headed to Club 662, which had been rented for a celebration in honor of Tyson's victory. Tupac was driving a black 1996 BMW, and when they stopped at a red light at the intersection of Flamingo Road and Koval Lane around 11:15 p.m., a white Cadillac with an unknown number of occupants pulled up beside them. Suddenly, gunfire erupted from the Cadillac, with approximately 12 shots fired at Tupac. He was hit 4 times, while Suge Knight, who was in the front passenger seat, was struck by bullet fragments. Another friend of Tupac's, Gaddafi, who was in the back seat, escaped without injuries. Despite being wounded, Suge Knight managed to drive the car about 1 mile away from the scene before realizing they had evaded their pursuers. They stopped at Las Vegas Boulevard and Harmon Avenue, where the car was eventually found by bicycle police. Paramedics were called, and both Tupac and Suge Knight were rushed to the University Medical Center of Southern Nevada, which was not far from the location of the shooting. Tupac arrived at the hospital in critical condition and was immediately placed in a coma due to severe bleeding from one of the gunshot wounds. Doctors performed surgery to remove his right lung, but Tupac's condition worsened due to the extensive bleeding. Despite attempts to revive him, he succumbed to respiratory failure, leading to cardiac arrest on the afternoon of September 13th. Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, made the difficult decision to discontinue his medical treatment and remove life support. 1 year after the shooting, Sergeant Kevin Manning, who led the Homicide Division's investigation, stated that the crime might never be solved, as there were few leads, and witnesses were uncooperative. In 2002, the LA Times published a 2-part story by Chuck Phillips titled Who Killed Tupac Shakur? Based on a year-long investigation. Phillips claimed that the shooting had been carried out by a Southside Crips gang member. In retaliation for a beating Tupac had been involved in hours before the attack. Orlando Anderson was considered a suspect and was questioned once but was later killed in an unrelated gang shooting. The investigation also involved East Coast rappers, including Notorious B.I.G., Tupac's rival at the time, and various criminals in the city. Notorious B.I.G. was considered a suspect but presented an alibi, stating that he was at home working on music during the shooting. In the year following the shooting, Tupac's close friend Gaddafi, who had been in the car during the attack, was willing to cooperate with the case and provide testimony. However, he was killed just after Tupac's death. The patterns of a lack of accountability and interest from authorities in cases involving individuals from the rap music scene, as seen with Tupac and later with Notorious B.I.G., suggest a concerning trend. Tupac's remains were cremated, per his request, as a unique form of tribute. His friends rolled a portion of his ashes into a marijuana joint and smoked it as a final farewell to the rapper. The crime against Tupac Shakur remains unsolved, with no one truly held accountable for the events that transpired. If you enjoyed this video and our discussion of the topic, please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment suggesting another topic you'd like to see here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.